Sup guys, so in about 26 hours or so, we're gonna have a new spotlight and that is Ajax. Alright, am I gonna get Ajax? Yes, I'm definitely gonna open for him. Alright, do I recommend you to do the same? Not exactly. Now, hear me out first. The reason why I am opening for Ajax is because one, I like playing this affliction style. Two, I believe there is immense potential in Ajax, not necessary immediately, right? I believe it could be still one card away from being a very, very solid archetype, right? But, well, I do believe in the immense potential that Ajax has, okay? And I need to say something, which is for this coming week, if you think that Ajax is going to be fun to play, I would say you have to lower your expectations because I expect a lot of Luke Cage to be running around to counter Ajax. And the most problematic thing about Luke Cage against Ajax is that Luke Cage entirely destroyed Ajax decks. Now, what do I mean by that? First of all, Luke Cage totally nullifies all the afflictions that you have done, which means all the points differential that you have created no longer works. Alright, all the Cyclops hits that you have gotten, the Thing hits that you have gotten, Spider Woman's hit that you have gotten disappears. Alright, so that is one hit on everything that you have really done. The double whammy comes in when your Ajax loses the power. Alright, so that is the double whammy. Now the third thing and the most, I would say, excruciating pain Ajax decks will have to deal with regards to Luke Cage is that Luke Cage is a very, very silent tech card. What do I mean by that? Now, let's say you're playing Destroy and you run against an opponent who plays Armor and Cosmo. Now you will know that, oh shit, I can't beat that, alright, because they have hard counters against us. But you do not have that kind of luxury because your opponents, if they are smart, they will play Luke Cage on turn 6, alright, and surprise you. Alright, and you totally can't account for that. Alright, you will go into the turn 6 thinking that, okay, good, I have a solid game, and everything. You might even snap, alright, and you're caught off guard because you do not know that they have a Luke Cage, alright, which makes it very, very terrible. Alright, unless they expose their Luke Cage hand themselves by being overconfident, by snapping, stuff like that. Alright, otherwise you do not know, alright, and yeah, they throw the Luke Cage down, all the work that you have done goes down the gutter. Your only gameplay advantage could possibly be your free abomination. Alright, if you're playing the high evolutionary style with Ajax. So having said that, I still believe that Ajax is going to be a decent deck. Alright, after the Luke Cage, after the meta regulates itself, Luke Cage goes back to its usual play rate and things like that. Alright, and yep, Ajax will probably be better. So I'm gonna get Ajax. I'm gonna play around with him, probably in Conquest, since I've already reached Infinite. Alright, just going to play around in Conquest, cook a little, experiment later, but do not have too high expectations of Ajax, at least for this week. Alright, in future, I believe Ajax deck would probably land around a very solid B, even arguably A. Alright, we have already seen such shell work in high evo affliction, right? So I do believe there is a lot of potential in Ajax, especially his ceiling is actually very, very high. Alright, +1 power for each card in play afflicted with negative power. Alright, so it could really go really, really high. How I intend to play Ajax, first of all, I believe two shells would be, no, sorry, 3 shells would actually be very good for Ajax. The first shell is, I believe, the high evolutionary shell, okay, because you are afflicting things. Alright, you have a lot of things that can help you bring up Ajax. You have your Cyclops, you have your Thing, you have personally I like to play Spider Woman. Alright, if you want, you can even throw in Wasps. Alright, so you have things to help Ajax, and in line with it, you are able to chill out a free abomination, so that if let's say they were to Luke Cage and recover back those points, it's still not so bad because you have your abomination out for a much lower cost, for even for free. Okay, the second thing that I believe works with Ajax and would be Scorpion. Okay, because with Scorpion on turn 2, let's say you can throw a turn 2 Scorpion, you can hit many cards, alright, and that's going to help a lot with Ajax and Abomination. So you're enabling 2 cards at one go. Another package that I think is good for Ajax would be the Debris plus Hazmat combo. Alright, because you really want to hit as many cards as possible, and Debris is how you can do so. Okay, other cards that I think could potentially be good, but I do not have, would be Man-Thing and White Widow. US Agent and Red Guardian. Alright, I have US Agent, I don't have Red Guardian. I'm thinking of getting Red Guardian. Alright, these are 2 cards that I think is very, very strong for Ajax also. Okay, because US Agent could hit multiple and you can control where their big cards fall and thereby plan for your Ajax play. Red Guardian is a one hit, but it can counter a lot of things. It's generally a very strong tech card that has synergy with Ajax, so I believe it can find a place in Ajax decks as well. Alright, so this is my take on Ajax. I do believe it's going to be very fun. Its viability for this coming week probably not so high because Luke Cage is going to be running around a lot. But moving forward, once Luke Cage settles back down to his usual play rate, I do think it will be a very strong B tier deck. In future, if other cards release that could have some fun, that can have more synergy with Ajax, alright, typically I'm looking at the one cost portion, maybe Silver Saber. Alright, Silver Saber is a card that is supposedly going to steal. I do not know whether is there going to be a difference between steal and afflict, but if there isn't, Silver Saber is going to match well with Ajax. Otherwise, I'm hoping that in future we have a one cost card that can do some kind of affliction. Alright, that would really help Ajax. The reason why I say one cost is because I was very excited when Ajax was data mined as a 4 cost, because there's a lot of combo that could come in with a 4 cost Ajax. You could do Ajax plus US Agent. You can have them throw their 5 cost down first. Alright, but now you can't because you have to play your US Agent latest by turn 5. Alright, if you're going for Ajax turn 6. Alright, so it's very awkward. And you can have other things like your you can play a final turn Hazmat and Ajax when Ajax was the 4 cost, and you could hit them by surprise because they don't know that a Hazmat is coming. They can't account for Ajax at all. Alright, so I do believe right now Ajax at 5 cost is a bit awkward. So, well, it has been buffed from 5.5 to 5.7, but I believe that the better buff would be to bring it down to 4 cost. I'm okay with it being 4-4. Alright, but if that doesn't happen, I believe the way to make Ajax decks very, very strong in future would actually be to introduce a 1 cost card that has synergy with Ajax. I'm going to gun for Ajax. Okay, I think it's going to be very, very fun in the worst case scenario, at least for me, because I enjoyed the playstyle. But for everyone else, I'll recommend you to hold off a little bit and see what people are cooking with Ajax. Alright, but eventually, I believe it will be a solid card. It will form a solid archetype in future. Alright, so do get Ajax.